Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope all is well. Today was a really lovely day in the markets. I told you guys that a bounce was imminent based on the analysis I did there on Saturday in the masterclass, and also we did the YouTube live on Sunday, and I mentioned that a bounce was imminent, that we were going to reverse. So as we head into April, I am very bullish going into April. I believe that April is going to be a green month. So are you guys ready to take massive action? I hope you guys were able to execute on some of the key tickets that I talked about in the masterclass and also on Sunday night. So some of them include Meta. Meta got up the right out of the gates here today. And Microsoft, we saw Nvidia, we saw all the mega cap stocks. They all rallied because there was news that came in today that the president of Iran had made a statement that they are ready to end the war, but under certain conditions or circumstances, right? And also President Trump tweeted just recently saying that he is open to getting the war done and they're looking to wrap it up by 2 to 3 weeks. So we shall see how that plays out. But based on what I'm hearing, it looks like there's that appetite to get the war under control. So a ceasefire is imminent. And usually I told you guys on Sunday's live stream that typically the market tends to bottom ahead of the news, right? Ahead of the war news, like war coming to an end or some kind of negotiation or something going on. So it looks like there's some kind of pipeline of communication between the American government and the Iranian government. So that's a good thing. So hopefully this war can come to an end so that innocent lives will not continue dying because of this war. So we'll see how it goes. And I believe that as we enter into the month of April, this is going to be a very bullish month. And I believe that there's going to be a massive short squeeze coming up. So by the end of this week, I believe we are going to close this week at a very high note as we enter into April starting tomorrow. So without much ado, I'll just go straight here. We have like ADP reports. So this is very important. This private sector report. So the market will keenly be waiting to see how this jobs numbers are. Is it as weak as what we got here last time, or is it going to be something better? We shall see how that goes. Okay. So tomorrow, that's the main catalyst for the day. And then we also have Thursday, we have initial jobless claims, which is something that the market is going to be watching closely. And then Friday, Good Friday, I believe Good Friday market is closed. So we are going to get the US employment data and all that stuff. So we shall see how it goes. But right now, I believe that the market is breathing a sigh of relief that the war might be coming to an end, or there's going to be some kind of ceasefire coming up this in the upcoming month of April. Okay, so let's go to the chart. So in regards to the charts, SPY came in here on, this was Monday. We thought that it was going to go down further, but it couldn't, and it closed here. And then today, at pre-market, SPY had already gapped up and it was trading somewhere here, and then it just continued the momentum today, right? So where do I see price going with SPY? So with SPY, I believe that SPY is going to come all the way here to the white line, right over here, right? So this might happen maybe in the month of April. I believe that the month of April will be trading somewhere here, but first it needs to come here first, prove its strength, and then try to navigate this yellow line, the 200 SMA, before it takes off. So first profit target, next target is going to be this area here, which is going to be a break wall of resistance. It used to be a break wall of support. It's going to be a break wall of resistance. So if that happens, we have a chance of having something like this invested in shoulders. Head and shoulders, and that is a bearish pattern. So we shall see how that plays out. But in the short term, I'm bullish, but in the medium to long term, I think that the market is still going to go down, and we are still going to get a bear market this year. So we see how that goes, and we're going to trade it accordingly. Okay, so let me move on to QQQ. Then I'll move to the story of the day: oil pulling back after that big rally in oil. So now it's pulling back, and that is also lifting the stock market. So here I have QQQ. So QQQ came into this support, held it, and then bounced. And here we have this long, nice candle here at the 9 EMA. So tomorrow, all what QQQ needs to do is, it doesn't have much. It just has nothing but blue skies, right? It doesn't have any obstacles here onto this area right here. So it's going to fill the gap first. And after filling the gap, it's going to come and jump into this moving averages congestion. So we shall see how it goes. So tomorrow we can get a tradable move from here to here. And I believe that with you know, it can move to this area, and then from there it will start rejecting and then go, maybe you get something like this. It comes here, it start rejecting, and then we get something like this. Invest on the shoulders. Right, invest on the shoulders, and then that can catapult it to a higher level. Okay, so that's what I'm watching for QQQ. Next one is the story of the day, USO. That's the US oil selling off. And for this one, we also discussed it on Sunday night. So here we have this trend line, right? So this trend line used to be a support here, and then now it came over here, and then what did it do? It tagged this here, and it's pulling back. So if you go to the weekly time frame, even the daily time frame, the weekly time frame is showing you that this is the end of the party. So what needs to happen is that this is going to come down, most likely come fill this gap, and then if there's more space, more pressure at the top, he might just leave and yeah. So here this can sell off and come here to this area. So the most important place I'm looking at this to come to is, first of all, fill the gap. After filling the gap, we can look at other alternatives, like next area could be here, next area could be here as well. But the gap fill is the major target here on USO. So here I'm already short on USO, and I'm targeting the gap fill. And then after the gap fill, we can look at other targets to hit. Okay, so that's USO. Next ticker is a mega cap stock that we discussed previously. So mega cap stock, which is Meta. So Meta sold off on Friday, sold off last week, and then it's making a recovery. So Meta right now is above the 20 is at the 20 SMA. Sorry, is at the 9 EMA, and it needs to push to fill this gap. So tomorrow, I believe that Meta will fill this gap, and then from there, it can head on to the purple line here and get things done, right? So we shall see how that plays out. I am, and the members of the swing trading community at Trading Rich, we are already in Meta. So we took that trade yesterday, and so far it's looking very good. And then in the day trading service, we were able to trade Meta as well. So I held my position, and then that returned 1,700%. So more or less like 16x return on investment. So that is the power of this move here from Meta. So tomorrow, I believe that we are going to see more moves to the upside, and perhaps this can close somewhere here at the purple line before the end of the trading day, or maybe sometime next week after the long weekend. Okay. Next one I'm going to look at Microsoft. Microsoft also came in, and Microsoft is struggling here. So hopefully it can break this 9 EMA and then push up, right? Push up to the 20. And then from there, we can dream about the 50, right? So that's the game plan for Microsoft. So Microsoft came here very close to the support level, and then it reversed. So this is your complete head and shoulders pattern that's come down and they are looking for a bounce. Okay. All right. So next thing that I'm looking at here is that I'm looking ahead. So one of the ETFs that has shown strength here has been SMH, right? So SMH, if you look at the chart, you can see that SMH sold off, and then second day it was buyback. So if this can push up, we are going to get a bit squeeze here to the upside. But I believe that this ETF here is like one of the best performing here today. And as the saying on Wall Street goes, as the semis go, so does the market. So this is going to lead the way. Now that even OpenAI have already raised their funds for the IPO, so it's going to be something that is going to also lift AI stock, and this stock, this ETF is also going to benefit from that as well. So yeah, so that's what I have for SMH. And then next one is going to be, I'm going to look at gold and silver using the GLD ETF. So for gold, what he did was that he, gold just went up and came to this gap fill, right? Gap entry. So tomorrow, what I'm expecting for gold is that I expect gold to push to at least 444 sometime this week, if not next week, and then we can, push things up from here. So gold is something that I'm going to be watching closely. I already have a position. Members of our swing trading service already have a position on this, so we're just waiting to see the outcome. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to look at is I want to also look at silver SLV. So if you look at SLV, you can see that this stuff has this, downsloping trend line, right? And now we have SLV remounting the 50. So we can push up now, push up to Germany, like push this up, and then we can get this to this area here. And once we get here, so this stuff here, silver has this gap to fill here, and I believe that is going to fill that by tomorrow, right? Silver likes to gap up and stuff, and I believe that gap up is going to fill this gap. And with that said, we could get like a big gap up, which gaps up above these moving averages. But apart from the moving averages, this is a clear-cut breakout trade that is going to work out really nicely if it takes off. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about as well is that we have the earnings of Nike. Nike had an earnings, and the earnings was it was strong beat and stuff like that, but Wall Street did not like it still because there's fears of growth and margins, right? So because of that, the stock is selling up. But I think that the stock is entering into a critical zone here, which is really a place where I expect it to bounce, right? So this area here has acted as support since 2015. So this area, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it came close to it, and then they are buying it back up. So we shall see what happens here. But this stuff here can bounce tomorrow in what is called an earnings reversal trade. So we are going to look to take the earnings reversal trade on this if it can hold the 47 level and bounce from there. Okay. So as we go into tomorrow, what I'm going to be looking at is that I'm going to be looking to short the oil stocks, right? Some of them being this stock here, Chevron. So Chevron, I did a video here on this channel that was last week, I think last week Thursday, and I flagged this trend line. Look at how the trend line was respected, right? It broke it, but it couldn't give follow through, and we got this red candle, right? So I believe that this is going to sell and come to at least this area or even go deeper. We shall see how that works out. So yeah, so that's about it for tonight. So I hope that this was insightful, and we look to trade with the day trading subscribers within Trading Rich and also the swing trading subscribers tomorrow. Also, we have the the bootcamp coming up. So we have the bootcamp coming up. So the bootcamp is going to happen on April 25th. Is going to be an option selling bootcamp mainly, right? So if you want to sell options and you want to make consistent income in the market using a low risk strategy, then this is your time, right? This is your time to take action. So for this bootcamp, we are going to be giving, we currently have a promo going on where we are giving $900 off regular price, right? So if you use the promo code C.A.S.H.F.L.O.W, you can get that discount. And I put the link here in this video. So check the content section where the descriptions are, and you're going to see the link to sign up together with the promo code. So yeah, so thanks for watching. If you've not signed up, subscribe to the channel. Please do hit the notification bell, and then we'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye.